Welcome to the Destiny Keys, Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace, astrology teacher and spiritual space holder. We look at the stars and we know things.
Hello, everybody. So today we are celebrating my birthday, which is on the 5th of December. And so I wanted to talk to you a bit about what is going on with this insane Mercury retrograde. And I also want to talk to you about Friday, the 6th of December, which is a really powerful 24 hours. We have a Mercury Cazimi, followed by the beginning of a Mars retrograde. So this is really powerful. It's going to impact us all. I'm going to share my thoughts on it, my experiences, what I've noticed come up for people like my clients and in my free community as well, to help guide you through it a little bit because for many of us, it's been really, really intense. For me personally, it's been lovely. Like Scorpio season was a lovely clear out, and I feel refreshed. I feel invigorated. So if you're not feeling like these times are challenging you and you're like, taking a breath, this will still be really, really helpful because you're going to see what Mars and Mercury retrograde are here to teach you, what they are here to help you with. So not only are you not fighting the energies because they feel really nice, but you can maximize them and you can use them. We do a lot of this in my astrology club with my eyes on your chart, which makes it even more powerful. But we can do so much here in this space too. So I'm going to call a couple of tarot cards, and this is for you, wherever you are right now. I've got another jumper, and I'm going to pull an oracle card to begin with as well. So, the oracle card I am pulling is Lady Venus. That's interesting, with Venus being a planet, and this is predominantly astrological chat. So, Lady Venus is about receiving downloads and having a deeper understanding. The truth is being revealed, and deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realms. And this is what I'm going to talk about with the Cazimi. It feels very, very powerful. Many of us are going to be asleep for it because of the time that it's happening in Europe and in the UK, but that doesn't mean you can't maximize on it. Quite the contrary. The card that jumped is the Tower card. So this is a card of external circumstances shifting, big changes happening. But because you are conscious and you are on the path, this can be a really conscious thing. Like if you've got a building and it's not, it's crumbling, you need to pull down a wall and rebuild it. And you're very consciously doing this process. So the first jumper was the tower, allowing the old to fall away and rebuilding the new. The other card is the Three of Water. That is the card of love and celebrating with your community. So it feels like there's some things that need to come down. Maybe there's a wall around your heart. Maybe there's beliefs that haven't been serving you that are ready to go now. That tower is going to pull them down so that you are able to connect with your community, give and receive the love that you deserve. Many of us are going to be celebrating Christmas. Many of us don't really celebrate it with our families anymore after what happened over the past few years. Differences of opinions in many different areas of life mean that we're really searching for our chosen family. So the Three of Water is a sign that if you do what the Tower is asking, you're going to be able to receive your chosen family with an open heart. Oh, I love that. So that is a message for you wherever you are right now. And I may throw out some more tarot cards because it's my birthday and I'll do what I want to. So I wanted to talk to you about Mercury retrograde. I wonder how you're feeling. Feel free to write it in the comments how Mercury retrograde has been treating you. So Mercury went retrograde on the 26th of November and it goes direct on the 15th of December. So as you're listening to this, we're about halfway through now. And now you will probably be seeing what it's here to reveal to you. So I'll break it down for you. Keep it nice and simple. Mercury, yeah? Mercury is the planet of communication, the planet of commerce. It's about short journeys, it's about technology, okay? And when it goes retrograde, it can slow us down and cause miscommunications. It can cause problems in technology. It can cause problems in short journeys and in commerce. Mercury retrograde really affects us because in the Western world, we spend most of our time working on our tech, commuting and talking, communicating to people on social media, through email, face to face. So this is why people really dread Mercury retrograde. And it's lovely when I'm able to prepare you in advance for this. I did that a little bit in my last podcast. Um, so that you know what's coming. So now we're halfway through, we can see what it's throwing at us. So you may have been having disputes with people. They may be saying things and you're taking it the wrong way, or maybe you're taking it the right way and they don't like it. Or the other way around, people may be misunderstanding you as well. There may be some keyboard warriors out there. You may find yourself replying to a Facebook post and then hopefully deleting it because you realize it's none of your business. Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about what they're doing. Yeah. So some of that can happen. If we don't delete the social media reply, we may end up having a back and forth with somebody. Or, we may be opening hearts and minds. So it's finding how our communication style is. Is life showing us there are changes that we need to make? Same for short journeys and technology. Am I relying on it too much? Is there another way that I can do things? Sometimes it feels like Mercury just causes problems to laugh at us, but normally there's a lesson in there as well. It may just be to slow down. It may just be to re-record things rather than do them live while Mercury's retrograde. Um, and short journeys as well, that can be affected. So Mercury retrograde is affecting those areas of our lives in those ways. What is it teaching us? Sagittarius stuff. The whole retrograde is in Sagittarius. You can look and see where Sagittarius is on your chart. It might give you some clues as well. So Sagittarius is the sign of philosophy, of adventure, of being like a jack of all trades, being having your fingers in all the pies, getting involved in all the things. It can be a bit of a scattered energy. But really what Sagittarius does in the healed version is it takes our lessons and then it shoots for the stars. So everything that we learn that is difficult, Sagittarius uses it to further our philosophical, our spirituality, whatever it might be. The low road of Sagittarius is my way or the highway. I know best. You should do it like this. Life should be like that. There's a lot of judgment. Sagittarius is very clever and knows a lot, and they think they know it all when they're in the low road. Now, Sagittarius is in everybody. So in some areas of your life, you may fall more into the high road. In others, you may fall more into the low road. So if you can ask yourself with an open heart, the miscommunications that have been happening, is this me falling into the low road of Sagittarius? Is this me putting things in a box, telling people how they should be, thinking life should be a certain way, so getting frustrated? What of that has come up for you? That's what Mercury retrograde is showing you. So Mercury retrograde can make you sick. It can make you poorly because life is telling you to slow down. It can cause disagreements. It can cause fights. It can cause arguments. Um, but behind all of that, it is showing you something that you need to do, something that is going to help you in life. You can change your communication style. You can start to challenge those beliefs. Why should life be that way? Why should these people do what I want them to do in the way that I want them to do it? Like, why? Why is life like that? So you can question these things, you can challenge yourself, and you can make new decisions, new ways of being more open, being more adventurous, more of the high road of the Sagittarius energy. Like, yeah, life isn't going my way, but it's one big adventure. So I'm just going to roll with the punches here and I'm going to see where life is going to take me. I'm not going to put people in a box. I'm not going to fall out with them because my way is the only way. I'm going to be more open to this experience and allow it to soften me, allow it to open me up, and allow it to take me to new spiritual and philosophical heights. So let's pull out a couple of cards for Mercury retrograde. I quite fancy that. So I automatically picked up the Oracle cards. I was intending to go for the tarot cards. So the Oracle card that I've pulled is Bridget. Bridget is there. She's got red flowing hair and she's holding a flame in her hands with a Celtic symbol behind her. This is like Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and Bridget really feels very autumnal, very wintry. So it feels like Sagittarius energy. And the words on the card are inner strength, move back to wholeness, and recognize that you have the power. So the lessons that Mercury is teaching you is moving you back to wholeness rather than hold on to these outdated beliefs that you picked up of somebody else once upon a time, maybe when you were a teeny tiny baby. This isn't saying that you're wrong, it's just saying that there is a way of being that is going to feel better to you. So moving back to wholeness is about challenging these beliefs that aren't serving us and making different choices and stripping back those layers of the onion to move back into who we are rather than shutting all over ourselves and shutting parts of ourselves down. Recognize that you have the power. You are the only person who has the power to do this. I can tell you, I come here every week, every fortnight, I can coach you even, but it's you that has to make the decision. It's you that has to make those tough choices that are definitely worth it to challenge these beliefs that are holding you back. And quite honestly, they keep us in suffering. We don't want to be in suffering. It sucks. So that is the Mercury retrograde. Now we have a Mercury Cazimi. So Mercury Cazimi is when Mercury is conjunct the Sun. It's within 17 minutes. So 17 minutes before it's conjunct the Sun and 17 minutes after it's conjunct the Sun. It's a 34-minute window, 35-minute window, guys. It's tiny. It's a tiny window of opportunity. So when is it? When is this window of opportunity? So it is 2 a.m. in the UK on Friday, the 6th of December. So if you're over in the East Coast, this is going to be what, 9 p.m. on my birthday, Friday the 5th. And if you're Pacific, what, 6 p.m. on my birthday? A magical birthday in a different time zone. So the peak of it is 2:18 a.m., but it starts at 2 a.m. to 2:34 a.m. That's the window. Yeah. 2:35, I guess. So that's the window. And the very peak is 2:18 a.m. London time, Friday, the 6th of December. So, what does this Mercury Cazimi mean for you? Well, it is a very powerful time. Like the card that I drew earlier, the Venus card, you are able to download the information that you need and come to a deeper understanding of the Sagittarius energy. The Sagittarius is the spiritual teacher and the philosopher and the adventurer, and it is going to create an opportunity for you to receive downloads from this incredible archetype that is part of yourself. And it is going to reveal truths to you. Deep insights are going to come to you. Relate to the Mercury energy. So, Mercury again is about how you communicate, how you do business, how you are with technology. How relevant is this to us? I mean, many of the people that work with me and many of the people who are watching on this channel, like your spiritual healers. And if you're not healing other people, you're bringing that healing to yourself using spiritual methods. So, this is really, really big. It's really, really important how we communicate, how we use technology, how we get our message out there to help other people. So if you cannot bear the thought of being awake, UK friends and European friends, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to be. No way am I going to be. So I would have been once upon a time because I would have been partying on my birthday, but I don't party or drink anymore. So what you can do is set the intention before you go to bed. There's no such thing as time anyway. So you can allow yourself to relax in meditation and receive those downloads and allow yourself to fall asleep doing that and set the intention that, this meditation is for 2 a.m. to 2:35 a.m., maximizing at 18 minutes past 2. Like, you can set that intention before you go to bed. And if you're in the USA, then lucky you, because you're going to be awake for this, and maybe over in Australia as well, you might be awake for this. So you don't have to be awake to do it. And the same advice goes to people who are awake, like sit in meditation, allow yourself to bask in the energies. If you can't meditate for 35 minutes, put yourself in the bath, go lay on the beach, like go lie under the, in under the sun, in the woods, like whatever you can do. If you can't sit still for that long, then you could do mindfulness during that 35-minute period out in nature. There's so many things you could do. You could just cuddle your child for 35 minutes and watch TV together. Just allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to ground, and don't force it. Like, don't push it. Allow the information to come in. It's going to come in. The more you relax and let it do its thing and trust it, the more powerful it's going to be. And you might not feel it. You might not feel it at the time. So don't be disappointed if you don't feel something. You will come to realizations later. Yeah, it's going to come to you. And you might not even realize it's happened, but it is going to come to you. So that is the Mercury Cazimi, and that is the Bridget Inner Strength card to go with that. And then for the UK and Europe, on the very same day, Mars goes retrograde. So Mars retrograde in the UK is on the 6th of December at 23:34. So just after 11:30 in the evening. And that is going to be happening at the same time as the Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is slowing us down and turning us within when it comes to communication, when it comes to technology, when it comes to business, when it comes to short journeys. Mars retrograde is going to compound that energy a little bit. Now, Mars retrograde is going to last a really long time. Like, Mercury's done, when did I say? I put it on my calendar, the 15th. Mercury retrograde's done on the full moon, by the way, on the 15th of December. Mars retrograde goes on until, I believe it's the 24th of February. So this is a longer, more drawn out retrograde, which means it's less intense, but it's still very significant, and it's really important to make the most of it. So the Astrology Club class is going to be focused on Mars retrograde this week. This is on my birthday, the 5th of December. So Angela, one of my angels, is holding space in Astrology Club that day. And going to be exploring, I had one jump. Going to be exploring Mars retrograde, how it is for each person on their personal chart, how they may be able to navigate it, how they can use it in their favor according to exactly where it falls. But we can touch on it here as well. So the card that jumped out is Gaia. So it's a beautiful woman with a blue veil holding the globe, like holding the earth. And the words are earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to earth, stay grounded. So Mars retrograde is a message for us to be present, to be purposeful, to be mindful, to be here now. Mars is about driving forward. It can be very impatient. It can be an aggressive energy. It can cause accidents and arguments and fights. When Mars goes retrograde, that energy is turned within, and we contemplate, where am I too impatient? Where do I get frustrated in life? What's under that? What's behind that? And it stops us from necessarily moving forward, and we reflect on how we do it, so that when Mars goes direct, we can move forward in a very purposeful, smart way, rather than a very reactive, frenzied, impatient way. This is a time of planning, and it falls perfectly, because between the solstice on the 21st of December and the equinox on the 21st of March it is a time for planning. It's a time for starting to think about sowing our seeds. So Mars retrograde has come in a really, really good time this year. So the retrograde energy falls in Leo and Cancer. So it may show you pride, laziness, and ego. It may show you where you could perhaps step more into the leadership role of your own life, seen and heard, rather than doing what other people want you to say. Say what you think, say what you feel. Start using that really cool word that I find it really hard to use myself. No, 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 no. So many of us struggle to say no. So that's part of the energy. And then when it moves into Cancer, which is like in next year, that's going to be around how we nurture ourselves and others. How do we get stuff done? Do we take time for self-care? Do we love and nurture the people around us? Or do we get frustrated and boss them around? So they're the things that might come up for you. So the Mars retrograde is just one to be prepared for. Know that it's going to maybe slow you down. Have a look at where Leo and Cancer are in your chart to see if there's any clues as to how it might affect you personally, or join our Astrology Club, which is an absolutely gorgeous community and an absolute bargain. And as the Oracle card says, be mindful, come back to earth, stay grounded. It's funny when we get frustrated and impatient, we're like willing life to be something different than what it is. It's not going to be any different, and getting ourselves all tense and worked up isn't going to change that. Full stop. All it's going to do is hurt your nervous system and upset the people around you because you get fed up and a bit mean. So that that is what the Mars retrograde is going to be teaching you. And then when it goes direct, you can fly forward with all your exciting projects. So I'm just going to pull a couple more tarot cards. This is on everything that I've talked about: the Cazimi, the Mercury retrograde. They're all trying to jump out. The Mars retrograde. So I've got this jumper. This jumper is the Star. This is a tarot card. So it's a lady stood. She looks like Aquarius, you know. She's got the moon behind her, but like a star halo around her head, and she's holding a big water vessel. It's number 17, which may be significant, which is why I mentioned it to you. So this is actually telling me that all of this is going to have a really big impact on you from Christmas, which is now really the star, up until Aquarius season. Because you've got she just looks so Aquarius. So we're talking mid-February to mid-March. These are going to be really big shifts. So we've got the downloads that are coming in. We're tapping into our inner strength. We're being more mindful. And so it's like a 3-month journey ahead of us. So you may want to watch this a couple of times over the next 3 months, like pin it or save it or whatever, whichever platform you're connecting from, so that you can re-listen, because this is all relevant for the next few months. And I got one more card for you, and it is the Nine of Air. So there's a woman, and she stood right at the top of a craggy peak, and she's got these enormous, beautiful wings, and she isn't jumping. She looks a bit scared. And then there's all these doves flying around her, almost saying, like, you can do it. We believe in you. This is you. This is you. So, what do you need to do in order to fly? Feel the fear and do it anyway, knowing that the mind is fearful of any change, anything. It could be a change that takes you out of hell and into heaven, and your mind would still be afraid. So it's feeling that fear and taking the leap and doing it anyway, having confidence in yourself. But the most important thing is love. Love, love, love. Love the experience, love from your heart. Give love, receive love, forgive. Like when you come from that place, you are being nourished by life and being nourished by the universe. And you're making everything easier around you because you're loving it, you're raising its vibration. So it makes the whole thing easier. it's actually quite selfish and hedonistic to love everyone and everything, the whole experience of life, because it really, really helps you. So that is my birthday update. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time and we'll have a look at Capricorn season. We've got the solstice, the full moon, the new moon. We've got Uranus going direct. We've got Chiron going direct. We've got Pluto fully leaving Capricorn right at the end of the year. It's going to be amazing. So I'll pop the link for Astrology Club in the bottom. Come and join us. It's incredible. If you're catching this on Tuesday, the 3rd of December, we have an offer and it ends tonight. So get yourself over there. And so much love. I'll see you in my community and I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
This has been the Destiny Keys Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace.